Hey everybody, how's it going? Back again, Silent E TCG. We got another deck profile on my deck I've been using currently this week. Went back to an old favorite, faithful favorite, because green is actually eating good right now with OP-07 coming out, and of course EBO1 helped out with that as well, but definitely a lot more um, cards for the color, and we went on ahead with good old Green Kid, the old starter deck, green starter deck leader. Um, Aside from Bonnie, which is also a good deck to try, but her you can say her build in general, her strategy is more defensive and kind of reacting on what your opponent's doing. Kid, on the other hand, you can probably go the same route, but I think he is just the more aggro version, where she is more maybe defensive. You can use 8-drop Kid, the wall Kid. I don't use a Kid in here. I'm straight aggro. I do have a little bit of blockers and whatnot, but you can almost compare builds and see the difference, of course. Where hers will have more blockers, a lot more counters, and the 8-drop Kid to sit on, where I can literally just go face with the leader by itself sometimes and still use the same package for the most part. So definitely, I'm honestly liking Kid almost a little bit more. I do like Bonnie for what she is, but Kid just he feels like he's stronger. I don't know. I guess we'll have to just see. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Well, who will be the better green leader for right now, currently? Because I don't think we get much in OP-08 and 9 for the most part. I didn't care it, but I think she's okay. But like I think Bonnie will still be here to stay, of course. But if y'all think Kid is also a good contender, y'all please let me know down in the comments, as well as subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and of course commenting down below. Let me know what y'all think. But we'll go ahead and get into it. For Bonnie, we have both decks will use it, but search her for your Supernova, so definitely gonna have her. The 1-drop Apu, just a 2K counter, as well as the 2-drop Apu, another 2K counter. Search for 2Ks. We got two Berto Lomio, just a blocker. I mean, I guess you can use his effect, but he's just a good blocker to have. I might up him up to 4, or at least 3 at least. But I think 2 is fine. But there are ways like I could have had more, would have been helpful. But for now, he's in there. 4 years old, 2K counter, but the one you probably will be playing, resting a 4 or less is always good. Get past those blockers. I like 4 Bonnie still. He's just so strong, locking out boss cards that are rested. Dawn, you don't know how many times it saved me, just locking them out of their curve and all that. They're gonna be at 9 Dawns, 8 Dawn, just freezing it, or 10 Dawn. Certain matchups, just freezing 1 Dawn just makes them detour so much. And if you don't eat her, 1,000 counter. No big deal there. For Cavendish, probably the reason why green is just so great right now. Anything green in general is just eating good, because Cavendish is of course there for that. I still like X Drake, 3X Drake. There are times where you will, I usually don't attack rested characters, but if I do, it's to eat at their counter, because they think they'll have it live and protect it, or I'll just play this and rest it anyway. So, it does the job. They burned the counter and they still lost their character. To Yamato, she's okay, but I don't think she's. As soon as you play her, she is easily outed or removed, or blocker might be in the way, or they have enough counter. Regardless, I might take her out. She's okay. Didn't really come up at all, but there were that can be the 2 Berto right there if I make the change. But she, not a bad card, great card, but didn't really have her place in here, honestly. Or I could go for the 4th Basil Hawkins, but I think 3 was good. Just certain matchups, you can bring him out and not even worry about not worry about him being removed. But great blocker. Since you're a supernova, he's a blocker, so you definitely want that to sit on. He can be an attacker too if you're going for game. Not bad at that with all. Not bad at all with that. For Hody Jones, you're still using stuff from Bonnie, so 4 Hody, Rusher. You can eat your life, get a card. Rush, rest Tudon, rest a blocker, whatever. 3 Zoro, definitely your win condition. I don't use 10 drop Dofi or an 8 cost kid, so I just went with Hody and Dofi and Zoro. Just he's your best, I guess your best bet. I usually go first, so you can establish him. Hope he stays around. You got him attacking 3 times. You got the leader attacking twice. Maybe a Hody was up on board earlier. Basil Hawkins, a couple 5 drops are up already. You know, just so much with the deck. It's so aggro. It is ridiculous, and I just like it for that reason. Nothing wrong with Bonnie. I think she's really strong still, but she's more defensive and a little bit more passive. But and kind of relying on what your opponent's going to do. And they can kind of play around both. You know, her can play around her effect a lot, and or kid. You know, they can just bring out more bodies or something. I don't know. But either or, I think green is just like in a good spot currently. But that's it for that. I guess you can go 4, but I think 3 is fine. I didn't want to break up too much. I got a lot in here as it is. We got 4 of more pizza. I was trying it out because I was like, you know what? If I don't get the bondies, at least I have a way to search out cards. Not bad. Triggers, draw a card. So that kind of came up a couple times. But all in all, just searching, getting your Cavendish, your X Drake, your Basil, you know, something you can just get and not worry about it. Can't get Zoro, unfortunately, but he's not Supernova at the time. But all good. I think it's a good card. I might go to 3. I think 4 might have been a little too much, but 3 is definitely a good number to rely on. 2 Straw Sword, being able to rest any character is just great. I can rest it, combine it with Bonnie to just freeze it, you know. No, not a lot of people can kind of deal with that, but yeah, it'll get me there, honestly. And then if you have Cavendish up, you just pay your attack, get your 2 back, maybe play another Bonnie on the Dawn or freeze the Dawn or something. All in all, the Charles is great. And also, I wanted to run more Bertos because from Trigger, you can play a 3 cost or less, and Berto's a blocker, or you know, you play Izo. Izo can rest a 4 or less. Might stop a blocker from your next turn, or an attack that's lethal. There's ways with it. So I kind of no, I have you Supernova. Never mind. Can't play Izo. But Berto was the real idea behind that. So disregard Izo. But Berto was the main reason why I want to run for more of him. He can only play a Supernova, 3 or less. So keep that in mind. But rounding it up, we got 3 of the Justice will be on the side who wins. Just 3k counter, discarding a card. You're gonna have plenty of non-counters, Hodies, Zoro, Basil. You know, you're gonna have a Hody. You're gonna have something to discard if you're not already doing it with the leader. So definitely great. And then trigger rest of 4 or less, so that definitely can come in handy. Just like Straw Sword, you know, or just like the Izo, just resting 4 or less for sure with that trigger. But like I said, all in all, I actually am liking this a lot more than Bonnie. Never thought I did. Never thought I would like it, but you know, I still have Bonnie on standby if need be. But I think Kid he's just as good. But y'all again, let me know. Definitely, I don't think he has much play right now. Of course, he's relevant, but everyone's on Bonnie, so you know I could be wrong. You know, Bonnie could be the better green for sure. But I'm liking him. He fits my playstyle. So I'm gonna keep sticking with him. You know, if I need to go to Bonnie, I can just swap the cards back in and put it back together. You know, just swap a leader and swap the cards. Easy as that. But all in all, I think Kid is in a good spot. Green's in a good place. So if y'all green players out there, y'all, hey, we're eating good. You know, I'm more of a red and purple player myself, but I can play all the colors. Probably the least being yellow and blue, but you know, we'll play whatever we feel, you know, feel like playing. But y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all think about the deck. Leave it down in the comments down below. And I'll have the deck laid out at the end of the video. So as always, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. And subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.